Brandon Bloxdorf here at New York Comic Con 2017. I'm hanging out with Jason O'Mara. You're watching ComicsVerse. So you've actually become this generation's Batman at this point. You're the voice of basically the new 52 Batman and beyond. What have you tried to do to keep yourself so unique and different and define yourself as Batman?
You know, I just really kind of worked as hard as I could to sort of find a version of the character that I felt was honest and true for me. You know. It's tricky to approach the character because there's so many versions of him, so many different gifted actors who have played him, and he so pervades the pop culture universe that it's almost impossible to avoid any other version of Batman to sort of taint your own. So I'd say there was a lot of pressure when I first kind of stepped up to play him, but over time. And mostly because I've been lucky enough to get repeated opportunities to play him. Over time, I think it's got a little more, it's become me more, you know. So I don't really know what I bring specifically, except that I think, you know, every actor, as long as they're really honest about the character and bring their own emotions and experiences to it, it's going to be, you know, different every time. And not least because of the storylines. I mean, you know, my version of Batman is a dad, you know.
Yeah, which is great. It's something that hasn't been done before.
Hasn't been done before. And, you know, that whole subplot with Talia is kind of messed up. But, you know, the fact that he's got this, you know, son who's also like a ninja assassin. And so it, you know, it moves away from like actual Robin who's, you know, who Bruce Wayne was always a father figure to actually being a father. And, you know, Robin has now become Nightwing and has flown the coop, sort of literally and metaphorically. So yeah, I just thought that was really fun to play. And, yeah, just so lucky I got to have that storyline, really.
That's awesome. That's great. What does Batman mean to you as a person? How does it reflect to you in your actual life at this point?
I think Batman means so much to everybody because I think there's light and dark in every human being, you know, and we have to do our best to overcome the darkness and enter the light. But sometimes it's possible to actually use the darkness for strength to do the right thing, and I think that's the enduring appeal of the character. It's he doesn't have superpowers. He's rich, you know, as the joke goes, but he's every man, you know, and he also kind of had a messed up childhood, and I think everybody has their version of a messed up childhood, but he's been able to sort of turn it around and make it work for him. So I think that's the enduring appeal, and I think. It's funny because earlier we were doing a panel and, you know, we were taking a quick poll in the audience, like who loves Batman standalone movies and who wishes there were other characters that got a little more love, you know. And I think there was one guy who put his hands up saying, I don't like Batman standalone movies. So it's just funny how, I mean, yes, are there too many Batman movies out there standalone? You could argue either way, I guess, but the fact is, I think he's the most popular character for a reason. And the fact that he can coexist with different versions of himself, and for them all to be successes, says something about the character more than the actor. So that's pretty cool.
That's great. Can I get I'm Batman from you in your Batman voice?
Okay. I'm Batman.
Thank you so much. We're watching ComicsVerse. Thanks for tuning in.